くぞGenocide Kata!
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today we are going to talk about Dizzy. Last but definitely not least, this girl. I know I say insane and nutso all the time, but yeah, she's pretty much nutso and insane. And she's an absolutely beautiful looking character. Wonderful aesthetics, absolutely gorgeous and very unique with the heaven and hell theme. I really love Dizzy. I think she's pretty freaking awesome looking character. And you'll even see a little tear come out of her eye, which is a nice little touch that Netmarble did for this character. But I gotta say, man, she really is a whole lot more than aesthetics. This girl is pretty over the freaking top, especially when you start looking at her kit. Now, unfortunately, I was only able to get her up to level 10, but even at level 10, not even full max capsules, she's pretty godly. She does have an amazing leadership that increases balance type fighter attack by 60%, which is insane. But then when you look at her core effects, of course, you got that sweet 30% PG rate. The increased damage by 18% on critical hit. I mean, Netmarble really did a number on these Guilty Gear characters. I mean, this is a common thing that you see amongst them. It was why they hit so hard. And then she has increased chill attack damage by 15%, which is really, really nice. And then a blast skill attack damage increase. This synergizes really well, especially with that first imprint stone that increased the blast skill by 15% when maxed out for the Guilty Gear characters. Then you have the critical rate increase. And really for Dizzy, it's just an amazing thing as well because she has multiple blast skills. And then she also resets her first skill and increases target damage received by 40% for 5 seconds upon landing the third skill on a 10-second cooldown. Increased damage by 40%, increased target damage received by 40% is insanely strong. And then decrease active skill cooldowns by 1 second upon landing an attack on a burn or chill target. So as long as you have burn and chill applied to the target and you're doing your basic attacks, you're going to be decreasing the skill cooldowns, guys. And what this really means for a character like Dizzy is, one, she can reset her hyper armor skill, which is her first skill, and she can actually lower her cooldowns as long as chill or burn are applied. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. But then she has the PvP exclusive decreased damage received by 85% when attacked by a target with 9% or more HP. Very, very powerful, especially early on in PvP. And then she has an increased attack by 7%, penetration by 500 for 5 seconds upon attacking an enemy, and this stacks up to 5. This means that her attack is going to go up to 35% and that her penetration is going to go up to 2,500. Wow. And then another PvP exclusive, she casts a critical hit shield that absorbs damage for 7 seconds when attacked if HP is 50% or lower. So in PvP and only PvP, whenever she gets below 50% HP, she will get a shield. And it can only be removed whenever they land 6 critical hits on her. In PvP, this is extremely, extremely powerful. I've talked about shields before. I really wish this was a shield in regular, like, PvE content. Unfortunately, it is not, but it's godly in PvP. And then she has the Guilty Gear passive, which decreases damage received by 70%, right, when your HP is 50% or more. And then she's got the decreased damage received whenever she is 85%, when the HP is 90% or more in PvP. Pretty strong, guys, pretty strong. And then her skills. This is where it gets really interesting. So her first skill gives her hyper armor, and it also has a double interrupt, which standing or airborne. So when she's standing or when she gets knocked in the air, she can hit this skill, her hyper armor, and start attacking. And the crazy thing about this thing is it also has CC on the damn thing. So if you do use this skill, if it's available for you and you're getting knocked around in the air or you're getting attacked while you're in a standing position, you can actually go into the skill and CC them, because the first skill, it's a tap and go skill. When you hit it the first time, you can actually apply chill for 9 seconds, which is pretty wild. And you do have a freeze for 3 seconds upon landing the skill. Well, if you hit it twice, if you touch the skill 2 times, then you're going to apply the Infernal Flame for 9 seconds and you're going to stun them. So if you apply chill, you'll do freeze from the first skill. If you apply burn, if you tap it twice, then you'll do a stun. So no matter what, like if you're just trying to apply a burn or chill, she will stun or freeze them, which is nuts, guys. And this is a skill that can actually get reset. And when you're applying chill and burn, you can actually lower your active skill cooldowns are actually getting dropped. Now, the thing to remember is whenever you do the second skill, say you hit the first skill just one time and you hit the second skill. Well, the second skill is actually going to remove the chill damage. So you won't be decreasing your active skill cooldowns when you're landing your basic attacks. That's something to remember. So if you apply chill from your first skill and then you do the second skill, well, guess what? You're not going to be decreasing the skill cooldowns. That's something to remember. So like in your first rotation, it'd be like, if you hit skill one time, you apply the chill, you hit the second skill, you do the dot explosion, then you hit the third skill, you'll actually reset the first skill, and you can start the whole process all over again. Dizzy actually is pretty cool because there's a lot of different ways that you can actually play her because of the way her kit is set up. She also has a 6% chance to remove the target super armor or hyper armor upon landing a hit on the target with super armor or hyper armor. Very good for PvP. And then her third skill is just like the second skill, only it's burn explosion. So she's got double dot, she has double explosion, and this third skill increased attack by 38% for 7 seconds. And remember, when you, like, say you hit the first skill twice and you apply burn damage, this skill is going to do more damage because your burn damage is equal to the 4.5 times remaining burn damage, right? The same with the chill. If you have chill applied, the more chill you have, like if you have chill stones on her, the more the dot explosion damage is going to do, right? And if you have burn stones on her, the more burn explosions she's going to do. So that's something to keep in mind whenever you're building this character. I mean, she's pretty funky to play. Well, pretty awesome, actually. And then her finisher gains 50% power and increased attack by 10% for 10 seconds upon use. This is pretty damn awesome because after she does this nice long default, she actually gains power. And you can almost go into her 3PG immediately, which is pretty freaking nice, guys. And it also increased attack by 10% for 10 seconds, which is pretty cool. Now, as far as her imprint stones, this first stone is amazing for her because it does increase blast skill damage. And if you take a look at her skills, blast, blast, blast. I mean, look at this. This is just blast heaven, my friends. Yeah, that stone is godly for her. Now, I'm going to be running the Akane set on her. The actual Guilty Gear set would be a really great option for her, obviously, if you had it, but I don't have it on my account. But I am going to use this Transcendent card. She is only at level 10. Remember that when you're watching these runs. But this card does increase your 50% chance to increase attack by 30% for 5 seconds upon landing a blast skill. And you're going to land a blast skill, obviously, because she has multiple blast skills. It is Transcended, and it does increase Balance Type Fighter burn damage by 11.8%. That's why I opted to use this stone, or this card, because it is going to increase her burn damage. And then this card here is Transcended and increased Balance Type Fighter critical damage by 7.5%. Now, as far as her 3PG that I have for the character, I have 2 of them. One of them, well, first of all, her bonus is increased attack by 10% penetration by 400. This is pretty nuts because she also has the increased penetration by 2,500 from her core effect. And with this, that's 2,900 extra penetration. That's crazy. And then they increase attack, which is just nuts. And this card actually gives increased attack by 2%. And then this card here, the next one here, actually will increase active skill damage by 4.5%. So when I'm spamming my skills, this is actually going to be very, very strong. Now, let's take her into a little league match, my friends, and let's see what happens to this character. And we're going to be using her leadership because she has a nice leadership, self-buffing leadership for balance type fighters. And the crazy thing about Dizzy is, I mean, she just got insane CC. The fact that you can decrease your skill cooldowns when you have chill and burn by landing active skills, the fact that you can reset your hyper armor skill is just massive for this character. It's really godly. I mean, I can make a mistake on the first skill and just hit it once, but I'm still going to get freeze. If I hit it twice, I'm still going to get a stun and apply dot at the same time. Yeah. But check this out, guys. This is a level 10 character, right? Going up against level 30 characters and whatever, right? And here her shield can get applied, right? If this thing ever loads. It takes it a bit of time. It seems like every video I make a comment about these loading screens. They're pretty abysmal. This is just... Okay, you know, today, Netmarble, I really would like to get to it. Okay. So check this out, man. I'm going to do burn. Right? And there we apply freeze, right? And look at that. Because of her CC, like we got feared there, right? He started off with his hyper armor skill. We got feared, but we applied a CC effect. 3 seconds of a CC effect. That saved us. I mean, Dizzy's a pretty brain dead character to play. Not to mention you get all that explosion from 2 different skills. I mean, if you just hit the first skill once and you hit the second skill, you'll get that nice chill explosion, right? If you hit the first skill twice and then when you hit the third skill, you'll get the burn explosion, right? I mean, she's nuts, guys. I mean, this character is crazy strong, deadly in all game modes. I mean, she's pretty much over the top. Now, we're facing another Dizzy here, so this is going to be pretty interesting. We're going to try to CC her. Now, remember, she can get a shield when she gets below 50% HP, so that can make it pretty difficult to build her. So, I mean, this one might beat me because I'm facing another Dizzy. So, we'll see what she does. It's really going to depend on what she tries to apply to us. If she starts off with her Hyper Armor skill, that's going to make it pretty difficult for us. And really, the only way to avoid the CC is just dodge. But I'm going to try to CC this girl and see if we can get her. Another thing about Dizzy's skills is they're all range attacks. Every single one of them. And boom, like we pretty much melted her before she even had a chance to do anything. And level 40, guys. That was a level 40 Dizzy. We actually took her life down so fast that she couldn't even apply that shield couldn't even get applied. Remember, you got to land a certain amount of critical hits for that shield to apply. Must have had a Leah set on her. That's why we lost a little bit of our life there. She had a little bit, maybe we got a little reflect there against us. I mean, she's OP, guys. She is crazy strong. Wow. Wow. I mean, really, the only bad thing about Dizzy, well, it's a bad and a good thing all at the same time, and this goes with all the other SS and BS characters, is these characters are just hard to level up, right? Now, luckily, with this collaboration, you know, if you played your cards right, you probably were able to get Dizzy leveled up quite a bit. I mean, they did give a free SS memory. They did give a free selector from the carnival. I mean, and if you did get her, then yeah, you might have been able to get her to A3 or even above if you played your cards right. I mean, she's godly, guys. I mean, look at her go. Watch this. I mean, she's just brain dead as hell. Level 10 doing this stuff, right? It's going to get even better too, my friends. It will get better. She is crazy. Come on now. Loading screen alert, loading screen, Netmarble. All right. Please don't do your Hyper Armor skill right away. I mean, see, and you know, we had that burn applied, and then when we did our burn explosion, it just did so much damage. Plus, you get the increased attack buff from the third skill that it just melted her. Right? She didn't really have a chance. It really this doesn't even really show how awesome she is in PvP. Well, it does, but I mean, like even like in Championship, guys, she's pretty damn godly. Because if you know how to play her, right? If you got your dot applied and you like, say you apply chill and you just, you know, you go through your active skills, right? You're going to decrease your skill cooldown. It's pretty much like almost like unlimited hyper armor for this character. Like seriously, she's freaking crazy. Like, let me show you what I'm talking about. So if I take her into Championship here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So in Championship, you can actually kind of show this a little bit. I don't know why these characters, I had Dizzy in here earlier, so I guess I'm going to have to switch it up. Right? Like in all this character skills, like all of these things are insane range attacks. Like I can be way the hell over here. I can hit the skill once, right? And that'll apply chill. Now you can dodge that damn thing, right? You can dodge that. But watch me. Whenever we start doing our basic attacks, right? We got the chill applied. We'll do it again. Now look at the cooldown. And look at my cooldown. Look how fast that thing's dropping, right? But if I apply burn, it's going to be the same thing. Look at that cooldown. Right? It's just crazy. And both of them are insane range attacks, right? Now, when you apply chill, right? And you hit the second skill, look at that, right? You remove the chill. Okay? And then your decreased cooldown won't work because you actually removed your dot effect. So if I hit it twice, right? Get the burn explosion. And then when I hit the third skill, it did the burn explosion and removed the burn. So it's always important to remember when you're playing with this character, if you're always trying to apply the dot, whenever you go back to your first skill, you'll always apply dot, whether it's chill if you hit the skill one time, or whether it's burn when you hit it twice. That's something to always remember whenever you're playing with this character. So against Omega Rugal in hard mode, you're always going to want burn applied. So you're always going to hit this skill twice, and you want to be careful about the third skill, right? Whenever the meter's broke, then you'd want to use the third skill over and over and over. And this skill here is just nuts, right? Because you're increasing your power, and after this, you can actually go into your 3PG almost immediately, which is pretty freaking lit, my friends. Also, the other thing is, because she can reset her hyper armor, right? You can go back into your skill and just do more CC. I mean, she seriously, godly character. I cannot really, like, guys, she's the number one. Like, she's the number one. I believe that Dizzy's probably the strongest character in this game right now, guys. I believe she's numero uno. So we'll jump into guild raid here. And I'll show you guys what she can do in guild raid. And just like what we did with Sol, right? Just like what we did with Sol, we're not going to use the dot that we need. We're going to go against hard mode. Remember, she's just a level 10 character, right? We're going to use Eno's leadership. It's the same as Dizzy's, both 60% increase of all attack, Ramlethal for the striker bonus. And let me show you what's up with this girl, right? This is pretty wild. This is wild, my friends. All right, so I'm finding out that trying to talk and do this with Dizzy isn't the easiest thing, because I'm finding I'm making these silly mistakes, missing a lot of my dot attacks whenever Geese is going into his iframe. So we're going to try to do it right this time. Something to always remember is you always want to try to apply dot before you do your default finisher or before you do your 3PG. That way you're going to be doing even more damage. Even though it might not be the dot that you need for the specific boss, it still is going to help you do a lot more damage. And now, because we were applying some dot, we could actually decrease our skill cooldown really, really fast. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my 3PG here. We apply some burn, right? And when I'm playing with Dizzy, I'm going to always be trying to apply burn first, because I have that extra burn. I have that extra burn on that option card. And that really does make a big difference. There we go. We'll do the 3PG. I really want to spam her skills whenever the meter is actually broken. Or at least when it's close to it. There we go. Now we're going to spam our skills. And it's just awesome that she's got all this range, right? Because she just reaches them no matter where they're at. We'll do our 3PG. Now, we did get smacked there, right? We did get smacked, but I'm trying to make sure that I don't miss any dots whenever Geese goes into an iframe. So let's see what he does here. Yeah. That's what I wanted to do. I want to make sure that I apply some dot to this guy. There we go. Now we did take some darkness damage, right? It does happen sometimes. I mean, you can get a better run if you actually play this and not talk at the same time. It's really not the easiest thing to do. Now see right there, I totally messed up. Right? I totally messed up. That is not what I wanted to do, and that's kind of what I've been doing. All right, come on now. Here we go. We'll do the default here. We'll go ahead and do the 3PG because the darkness is applied. But like right there, like that darkness was on the ground, I would have just been trying to lower my cooldowns and just kept doing my first skill over and over and over. There we go, there we go, there we go. It's not a perfect run, guys. I mean, I definitely could have done better. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But, I mean, level 10 character. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. There we go! Damn, he got me there. He slammed me there. I mean, I've gotten 400 million. On my emulator, it seems like it's a little bit slower. It doesn't respond as fast as my... It doesn't respond as fast as my phone. But as you guys can see, 288 million. Like I said, I've gotten 400 million on my phone with a level 10 character. Using an Akane set, right? You know, not even using the option cards. I don't even know what's going on with my screen. That's the emulator right there doing that. But, you know, that's a new thing going on. But she is godly, guys. Like, seriously, she is so freaking strong that it's not even funny. The fact that she can come in here and do that is absolutely insane. So, I mean, she's got it all, guys. I mean, she's got it all. She's got the decreased damage received. She's got double dot, double explosion. She has to lower the cooldowns. I mean, she's a mixed blend of some of the most powerful characters that we have in this freaking game. I mean, she is... I mean, I'm calling it. Dizzy's probably the strongest character in this game. Probably has more damage than any other character in the game. She has nothing but range attacks, which is going to make her amazing for Deimos base. She's also got Chill, which is going to make her amazing for Dungeon of Trials. She's also got amazing PG rage. She's got the long defaults, the long 3 PGs. She's just got a lot going on for her, on top of being such a beautiful character. So let me know how y'all feeling about Dizzy. I think she's absolutely insane. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See ya.